Hi there, it's Blair from VIDA Campers. We have a brand new all aluminum 2023 Aire80. On the front, you have a nice black aluminum checker plate. You've got a swivel tongue jack. This unit's equipped with a propane tank, 20-pound propane tank and cover. You got your battery box and tray behind that's welded to the frame. You've got a battery disconnect switch to disconnect your 12-volt power. This Aire80 is equipped with the lift kit. It has a 15-inch tire, 15-inch aluminum rim. Standard would be a 12-inch tire with a 12-inch aluminum rim. Nice stainless steel hubcaps, chrome nuts on a flexi ride torsion axle. Your spare tire is located underneath. We have an aluminum threaded rod on an aluminum block. Very easy to take down should you ever need it. Just a 3/4 inch hex socket or wrench would do. Here we have the utility hookup area. You can see at the front, you've got a 2-pin solar plug-in ready, wired and prepped. You've got a 15 amp power inlet, regular extension cord. You've got a fresh water fill. There's a holding tank on board. And then here is where you hook up your freshwater drinking hose and your furnace, your propane furnace. Right at the door, we have an LED porch light that's standard. We also have single step entry steps. And our doors, we make all of our doors in-house. They're aluminum framed foam core with the color matching skin on the outside and white on the inside. Very strong, very durable. You can see all riveted with urethane adhesive to the trailer. On the exterior, you can plug in your cooler. You got two 15 amp receptacles, GCFI. You also have an exterior speaker. Now that is part of the Jensen Bluetooth stereo package. One inside, one outside. All of our beds are supported with an aluminum piano hinge, all aluminum rivets with a urethane adhesive behind. At the back, we have no rear corner molds. Our side panels overlap a rear panel and we use urethane adhesive to seal it with no screws. LED tail lights, LED license plate light, marker, clearance lights, all LED, 360-degree high visibility with chrome bezels. All of our VIDA Aire models are equipped with 4 stabilizer jacks, 2 on the rear and 2 on the front. All of our Aire pop-up campers have an aluminum bed lid. On the Aire80, they have an overlapping bed lid. On top of the bed lid, we finish the top with a rubber truck bed liner, similar to what you'd find in a pickup truck. Very strong, very durable. It doesn't scratch or scuff easy, wears very well in the exterior. You can see all of our anchors that secure the tent fabric around the beds when open. They're all riveted on. We use stainless steel rivets on the aluminum bed support brackets. And then on the side, you have an aluminum handle. You have a nice toggle latch black to secure the beds down. And you have a gas lift assist. And that takes away about 50 to 60% of the weight of the bed when lifting. Let's now set up the Aire80 beds. First thing we're gonna do is go and grab the tent bed support poles. We store all of our bed support poles underneath the trailer in what we call a trough. It's an aluminum trough. There's a pin, an aluminum pin here with a spring clip. Simply remove the pin and you can now pull out your bed support poles. Once we have all of our tent bed support poles, there's 2 different sizes. There's a short set and a long set. The short set go at the back, the long set go at the front. All of the poles are equipped with a 1/4 inch push pin stainless steel. Simply insert it in through the hole into the bracket. Once the bed support poles are in their brackets, the next thing you're gonna do is lift the latch for the bed, drop the latch down, and then we're gonna lift the front bed open first, then the back bed. All right, now that I'm back, the next thing, once we have the front bed open, we wanna connect the pole to the bed. Now my right arm is just holding the bed level. I'm gonna simply reach down. Okay, now you might find it easier if you just kind of rest it on your shoulder, kneel down, like you're doing a little squat, and you're just gonna find that pinhole and slide your pin right through it. Once you're finished securing the bed support poles on the front using the long poles, we're gonna now lift the rear bed and secure the bed support poles using the short poles. Now that the rear bed is open, the front bed is open, we've got our mattresses. We're just gonna simply flip them up and over. You can see we've got the tent fabric, it's all vinyl, sitting inside, bundled up like a Christmas present. So we're pulling all the fabric out, we're aligning the end of the tent with the bimini poles. Just let it hang down the side of the trailer. Don't let it scratch the body. Now that we have the excess fabric hanging over the edge of the trailer, there is an order of opening and closing the tent. To open, we're going to start with the rear bed first and then the front. To close, it would be the opposite. It would be the front first and then the rear. So you can see the window on the rear bed facing backwards. We're going to simply take one arm, grab the seam, the other arm, we're gonna grab the top bimini pole, and then we're gonna lift. Once we've got the rear end of the tent lifted up, we wanna make sure that our corners are aligned with the corner of the bed. We wanna make sure the fabric is sitting nice and square on the pole. Then there's bungee cord that runs through the lower edge of the fabric. We wanna line the corners up, take the bungee cord and secure it to one anchor on the left, one anchor on the right. So as you can see now, our rear end of the tent is secured with 2 bungee cords for now. We will add the rest later. What we want to do is take the excess fabric from in between the front and the rear end, and we want to bring again over the edge of the trailer. Same as before. Now we're going to lift the front. We want to make sure the window is lined up. We're going to grab one corner of the seam, the other hand is going to grab the pole, and we're going to lift together. Once we've got the front end of the tent open, lifted up, again, we want to start securing the tent. But before we do that, we need to make sure that it's aligned correctly on the bimini poles. So we're going to make sure the window is center, all of our seams come down nicely over, and our corners are in line. So sometimes, to help you secure the bungees, as you now go along the edge of the tent and secure each bungee to the anchor, you'll want to grab the fabric up high, pull down, and secure the bungee underneath. They stretch, they're very flexible, not hard at all. Once you've secured the bed ends with the bungee cords around the anchors, you're going to come to the sidewalls, you're going to secure the bottom of the tent to the Velcro. The Velcro is your first securement. Secondary, we've also given you some bungee cords along the lower edge to secure to the anchors as well. Here we have our entrance door. You've got a metal zipper. Just simply zip both sides up. It comes with a day and night shade as well as a bug screen. To secure the door open, roll the door. With 2 Velcro straps at the top, you can secure the door in its open position. Once we get the door open, we need to lift the kitchen, the upper kitchen portion with the folding handle, onto the lower kitchen. To do that, we're gonna put one hand on the handle, the other hand, we're gonna hold the front of the countertop, we're gonna balance it going straight. Now, once we get to this point, we're gonna tip the kitchen forward, we're gonna rest it on our knee, we're gonna switch hands and continue lifting, bringing it to a level position. Once the upper kitchen is in place, we now wanna insert the crossbars on the roof in their position. We have 3 crossbars, short and 2 long ones. With the 2 long crossbars, we're gonna put one on the left, one on the right. You'll notice there's felt here as a marking. It also stops the bar from sliding down. We insert these on the outer edges of the tent. That just keeps the sides nice and tight, gives the drip rail seam outside a nice edge for rain to follow. Once the crossbar is clipped on, we're just gonna slide it down right to the marking. That way, again, perfect water runoff. With the short crossbar, we're going to put it in the middle of the trailer simply by taking this hand clip. We're gonna clip it on top of the bimini pole, and we'll do the same for the other side of the crossbar. The white straps along the roof are tension straps. They keep all the bimini poles in a line when the tent goes up and down. So because they're tension straps, you can adjust them if you need to. There's Velcro straps on the end, and you can pull or loosen the amount of tension just enough to help tighten the overall tent and allow better water runoff if you find that you need to make some adjustment. Really important note about the tension straps: do not remove the tension straps to close or open the tent. It will make it more difficult to set up. Leave them connected between the Velcro straps at the end. Around the entire pop-up camper, we've got day and night shades. The only location we do not have a day shade, which is your black tinted screen, is on the ends. They are exit windows. But everywhere else, you've got day and you've got full block out night. You've got a no-see-um bug screen, lots of airflow. Here's your optional fan light kit. 12-volt fan, 2 speeds, LED light, clips onto the bimini poles. You can have it multiple locations. You've got an 8-foot flexible coiled cord. Simply plug it into the headphone jack at the bottom, and you've got your lights and fan. On the Aire80, if you order the base propane package, you're gonna get your propane tank, rack, regulator, and hoses coming up through the floor. If you order the furnace package to go along with it, you're gonna have your propane furnace. And then with the convenience package, not only do you get your freshwater pump, you're gonna get your holding tank, but you're also gonna get a sink, upper kitchen, and a stainless steel recessed propane cooktop. At VIDA Campers, we take pride in our all aluminum, no wood. We don't use any wood products at all, so you're not gonna have any mold or rot. All of our cabinetry is made out of aluminum framing, wrapped in aluminum skin. You can look inside, you can look outside, touch and feel it. It's 100% aluminum and composite products. Standard equipment on the lower kitchen cabinet. You've got your power converter with your AC breakers and 12-volt fuses. You've got your 12-volt USB charging center with a socket. You've also got a Go Power solar controller directly wired to the battery. You've got a 120-volt power receptacle here. You've got LPCO detector down below. Part of the Jensen stereo package is you get the JWM Bluetooth, CD, HDMI, DVD stereo system, high quality, 5-inch interior and exterior speakers. It's a multi-zone speaker system. Inside and outside have separate sound operation. So on the back end of the trailer box, we have a dinette table, which also converts to a double bed. To convert from a bed to the dinette table, we're gonna remove the center cushions. We're gonna lean our table off to the side. We're gonna take the pedestal legs, we're gonna insert them into the bases and lay the table on top. When setting up the dinette table, to make it easy, I like to put one hand on the outside edge, the other one in the center. I'm gonna rest it on my knee. I'm going to bring it over and insert the pedestal legs into the bases on the table. Once it's in place, you wanna give it a nice tap, make sure it's completely solid. Got lots of storage underneath the dinette seats. If you lift the cushion, you'll find a nice lift hole here. Lift the bed, you got a gas strut supporting it, all aluminum bed lid, no wood, plenty of space. Don't forget your marine grade vinyl cushions for the backrest. Should you have an emergency fire, here's the fire extinguisher. You could also, in case of an emergency, go out the exit window at the end of the bed. I'm gonna go for the door, which is less than a foot away from me. And that's it. That's how you set up the Aire80 tent. Very simple. You can have it done in less than 5 minutes, and if you're really slow, 10.